Warning, the following video contains MLP-related content. It also contains at least one or more of the following: cursing, violence, immature jokes, funny reactions, or verbal not safe for work content. If you do not wish to view anything that may contain any of these, please immediately go to your previous page. Otherwise, stick around and enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, Brony44 here, and I am back for another reaction! Holy caramba. Okay, so... It's been a while since I did the last reaction, yes. However, the thing that we're about to watch has also been quite a while since we've seen anything from it too. So, first of all, I missed everything that's been going on outside recently within the last month or two. I hope everybody's still staying safe and everybody's trying to take care of themselves and each other and just overall, like I said, just be safe as possible. Please just take care of yourselves and each other. And hopefully everything can come by and go, just pass through quickly so that way we can all move on past this. But anyways, so I missed all that stuff there. I've actually been stuck having to work from home and everything, and it can get a little tedious. So I've unfortunately been pretty busy as well, and honestly, it's not really something, like, making YouTube videos really isn't something that I have been thinking of a lot recently, just because it's, I don't know, I don't want to say, like, I'm necessarily getting tired of making them, but, like, I'm starting to kind of, unfortunately, get to the track of losing my motivation to do them now. It's just, I have so much other stuff that I have to deal with, and then by the time that I get free time, I either can spend it relaxing or having some fun playing some games with friends, or I can do more work and record and edit these videos, and basically have no free time. So it's kind of why the videos have been so spread out and so rare nowadays. So, and besides, I already know my channel's been dead for a while anyways, since I had to nix the comments, because I actually know that my channel is meant for kids, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this video that we're going to be reacting to, and like I mentioned earlier, it's been a while since the previous of this came out, but we're taking a look at Remembrance Episode 9, The Breaking Point. This is from Ashley H's channel, and my gosh, it's been quite a while since the previous episode. Episode 8 came out in December, like December 8th, I believe, of 2018. So, about a year and a half ago at this point. Wow. It's been quite a while. So, needless to say, I don't remember everything that goes on in this. But, I remember some stuff. There's going to be plenty of stuff that's going to probably come up in this next episode that I'm not going to remember. But I'm going to say right now, for those who haven't seen any of the series, go to Ashley H's channel, watch the other episodes, get some better context on what I'm going to give you here, because I might not be able to give you all the right information at this point, because like, I'm just going off of my old memories on this here. And I did like a quick once-over through the most recent episode to try and give myself like a brief refresher, so that's also going on. But long and the short, so some stuff, we'll just say that, has been going on, and Twilight decided to go on a mission of sorts to try and reclaim the elements of harmony and stuff, and reactivate them so that way they can be used to defeat this upcoming problem. Well, apparently while she was gone, the problem had escalated tremendously and has, well, consumed a certain alicorn, and is now running amok. And now Twilight is back and was unfortunately not able to reactivate all the elements in time before coming back. And now she's stuck contemplating whether or not she can handle the situation. And I believe at the end of the last episode, there was an option to try resurrecting using a spell. And I believe she was contemplating whether or not to use that to resurrect her friends in order to deal with the problem. But I thinking that she's not gonna do it. But I guess we'll just go ahead and jump in and have to find out and see what happens. But it's about 50 minutes, so buckle up. This is gonna be a bit of a lengthy video. Let's go and get started in 3, 2, 1, go!
The story of Remembrance was created before the events of Season 7 and The Royal Problem. Because of this, Celestia's evil counterpart will be named Nightmare Star.
I can't use the elements anymore. When my friends left, so did the elements. She also said something about going back in time and finding myself, but she wouldn't explain
so this
what
is like
that
a little
meant.
synopsis of sorts, I suppose, of what's been
found
going
out
on.
that I can't live without you. I'm so broken without you all. I want to stay here with you.
Well, you say that you will protect you.
Yeah, there's that little
But
pain in the neck.
question is, who will protect her? Wouldn't it feel great to just let it go?
Oh. No. A blizzard came the last time someone tried to let it go. Yes, I'm somewhat disappointed in myself for making that obscure and blah reference, but whatever. Oh yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, Remembrance recently made their own little like intro thing, like, a proper intro.
And we'll go back in time. Nothing is the same. I'm falling slowly gone.
For her.
I can start over, stay behind, keep composed. Our roads are ever changing. Still I know that I must go. Memory becomes clearer as I stare into the mirror. Take my worthless sorry soul. Don't you know that I give up? You smash my heart into pieces.
I know I can say stuff right now, but it's just like I haven't heard this in a while, so.
And take it from here.
Right there, it looks like she's about to like fall through like a window or something from like a high area. Just like.
Twilight, Galaxy. Oh, welcome back.
Oh, hi.
Did any pony recognize you?
I don't think so, Princess.
Good.
Auntie Twi! What happened? Did you figure out how to stop this? I'm sorry, Flurry.
No.
Zilia said that the spell she used was only a one-time thing. So, I guess there is no way to go back and restore the elements again.
It can't be. Did she say anything else?
Oh yeah! She did say something about something called the Resurrect.
Right! She did.
Oh,
But then she stated right after that it didn't suit our needs, so it's not useful.
Don't talk about that spell.
Situation.
That is unfortunate.
So now what are we gonna do?
Maybe
Discord asking the real question.
we should all get some rest.
Rest? How can we rest when Nightmare Star is out there, terrorizing every pony?
She's
This
been,
isn't
she's
a
been doing that for
problem.
so long at this point, probably.
Problem? How can you even say that?
Gotta get some rest.
We haven't even checked the Crystal Empire. What if they are under the same pain as Ponyville is?
I already told you. It's too dangerous for you to go all the way back to the Crystal Empire.
I agree.
Even so, we can't just walk away. Think of our citizens, our staff in the castle.
You have to solve a problem in one area before you can try and solve it in another.
That looked after us. They were our family.
It's harder to solve
You
the
have to
problems
stop caring
and
for
everywhere all
every
at
little
once
thing
at the same
in
time.
Universe. We can't save everyone. We never can.
Maybe they were just my family.
What did you just say, Flurry Heart?
Nothing. I guess I'm gonna go rest.
Ooh.
Since that's all I can do anyways.
Is she gonna go and sneak off to go up there?
I wouldn't worry, Cadence. Flurry seems to be quite stressed with everything, and...
It's fine.
Princess,
There's a reason she's
what are we
stressed
gonna
out, though.
do? You must have something. You always do.
Gal,
Gal, don't
need
put too
you.
much pressure
So
on her.
what's our plan? Every pony is falling apart around here.
Yes.
How do you think
seems
she
we need
feels?
to come up with another solution. Before it is too late.
but why does it always have to be me? Why am I the one that always has to come up with a solution?
Because you're Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Because you're the main character.
You've reformed and vanquished more enemies than all the quests you can count.
Galaxy has been taking your responsibilities while you were away for so long.
Then why can't she come up with a plan?
Because I'm not you. The best thing for Equestria right now is you.
Equestria doesn't need me, Gal. I've only ended up failing it.
What is up with you? Ever since you got back, it's like you've given up.
I wonder
If you
why.
give up, then we are all hopeless. Don't you understand that?
Well, maybe I don't want all of this responsibility. Did you ever think about that? You've been shoving all of this pressure on me that I don't even want. I never did.
I'm sorry, I just want to help, but I can only do so much. I'm not you.
She ain't. Twilight ain't perfect either. You think she solved all those friendship problems by herself? No, she had her friends, and now she doesn't. So, yeah.
I didn't mean to get so angry.
Forgive her for being a
We never
little
do.
bit down.
What? I said we never do. No matter your intentions, things always fall apart.
Are you talking about you and Flurry?
I'm talking about life, Galaxy. It's better if you learn sooner than later.
Why are you telling me this?
No reason. Just forget I said anything.
What are you doing, Gal? You're falling apart.
Song incoming. What's our lyrics for today? Ooh, that's a face. What?
Walls aligned with glass, I take a breath. Sinking and swirling, but even yet, oh, I feel the matches already set.
Oh.
I dreamed of this day to come true, but I'd give it back if I only knew. Oh, wishes are like stains with residue. I knew.
I don't know if this is an actual song. I don't know it. But it could be made up too. I don't know.
It's true that I can never live up to you. I knew. Even so, should I go? Say I do. My wings are all tightened, but would my heart light it? If I turned away, let my heart say, I know I'm no good anyway. I know I'm not hopeless, but why am I worthless? I know I'm not the perfect what or who they
Yeah, this is kind of a awkward time to be asking this, but how did I not notice that they are missing their wings too? Like, I noticed before that they were missing their horns, but some of them were obviously alicorns, and unless I'm crazy, I don't see wings on them either. So they lost both of those. Maybe that was discussed before and I just forgot. Has been a year and a half almost. So they're basically Earth ponies right now. But without the enhanced strength.
I've lost my worth. How can I walk on this earth?
seeing what I broke, knowing that I failed and I have hurt.
Unspoken words and hurtful rhymes, a never-ending loop till the end of time. Mom is just a lie, I don't deserve to call her mine.
Each character is currently as depressed as the other.
I knew it's true that I could never live without you.
I knew.
Twilight still has, I'm assuming she still has a resurrection spell, so I assume she does. I don't think she burnt it up or destroyed it, so
Why am I soulless?
ugh.
If I go back, gain what I lack, could I live with the attack?
My heart is all tightened, but would my soul lighten? If I let her go, brave and alone, would she then ever come home?
How do I love me?
That
How do I
I will say it's also still crazy seeing Cadence like this, because we've never like seen her in the actual show wearing this type of like armor or nothing like that, but I'm pretty sure she keeps that on all the time, because that might be the only way that she can remember shining armor. Not because like, oh, she thinks she's constantly going to be going into battle, but because that's the only thing she has left.
Still alone in the universe, I guess.
I don't know if that's necessarily his, but maybe the armor just reminds her of him. It could be his, I guess.
Well, go on. Speak.
Right, Your Majesty. Well, it
I
seems
like-
the resistance
I like how
to
I was
North
delivered.
has been disposed of, and every creature is slowly singing your praises.
Finally. Who knew overthrowing an entire matriarchal system was so
Is that
much
like-
work?
Is that a necklace?
Anything else?
It's like bedazzled the heck out of her neck.
What is it?
Well, it seems the town ponies are still spreading rumors about Twilight Sparkle returning. One even said they saw her in Canterlot today.
Really? At last she returns. Certainly took long enough, right, Celestia? No matter. We are in the endgame after all.
If that is all, I'll take my leave, Your Highness. Yes, Your Majesty.
What do you think about this? Princess Twilight returning?
I hope she gets you in the schnauz.
It's ridiculous. There is no pony more powerful and beautiful than you, my queen.
Good.
Yes, yes, lick the boots and then immediately wash your mouth once you leave.
That was a very wonderful performance. Very believable indeed. But, if I may give you a pointer for future reference, you really need to erase that tiny little bit of doubt in your eyes. Oh, don't look at me like that. I'm very disappointed as well. I really thought you would be the one. Oh well, 17th time's the charm, I suppose. Take her away.
Wait! Your Highness, please! I would never support Twilight Sparkle. You have to believe me. Stop! Please, my queen!
17th
You would
time's
think
the
for a society so built on friendship.
So, she's the
a loyal
16th
servant
to go
would be so hard
bye-bye.
to find. The last thing I need is a rat.
Now, are they being
But if Twilight
terminated,
hasn't returned,
or are
I
they just being
suppose it's finally
imprisoned?
time. You there. I need you to deliver a message, and only a message. Don't go joining any resistance groups or anything else, or I will have to dispose of you as well. I hope you're ready, Twilight.
Okay.
Because it's time to move my final piece.
I don't think Twilight's really ready for much of anything.
You okay? It got pretty heated in there.
She's always like this. She never listens to a thing I say. Every time I try to speak or go against her, I just can't. I'm so pathetic.
Sadly, that does kind of happen a
Hey,
lot in
no,
parent-child
you're not.
relationships, and
Don't
it's
say that about yourself.
very unfortunate, but
Then what would you call
it's
it?
really bad in her case.
I don't know anything. Not about the world, not about what I should do in this kind of situation. I want to go out there and help, but I don't know how.
If you just
How
run out
can
there
I
now,
be
though,
the
you might be
protector
taken as a
of Austria
hostage.
if all I do is run away? Sounds pretty pathetic to me.
You are going to help. We just need to come up with a plan first.
They killed my dad, Galaxy. They took away one of the only ponies I ever loved. I can't just sit here and rest when I know that that thing is still out there.
Yes, but what can you do, though, if you try doing things on your
I
own?
understand, but...
No, you don't! You could never understand something like that. I can't believe it. I'm turning into her. It's like looking in a mirror, isn't it? I'm so sorry, Galaxy.
Yes, please, do not take out your frustrations on your one friend who's trying to stick
Flurry,
with you.
stop! You are not your mother!
Not yet! But just look at me! Maybe this is just who I was meant to be. An empty shell that drives every pony away.
Oh.
Like my mother.
No.
But you have me.
For how long, though? Galaxy, I'm an alicorn. Even if I get my powers restored, I have to face the facts. I'm gonna have to watch you die someday. And I don't know if I can do that. You are one of the only ones that's ever understood me.
You realize that
After you're gone,
sometimes, even when you're not an alicorn, you still have to see others that you love die before you. That's life.
I'm sorry. Could I maybe have some time to myself right now?
No.
No.
No, I'm not going to leave you alone. You've been by yourself your whole entire life, holding everything in, afraid of letting any pony see you. I will not let you cry alone again.
I like this answer.
Galaxy. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You don't have to try and come up with the perfect response. You can just cry, and I'll be here.
I'm just so afraid. Afraid of the future. Afraid of what I'll become. Like my mom, like Auntie Twi. I don't want to.
Shh. I know, and it's okay to be afraid. I'm afraid too. Of letting every pony down, of not fulfilling their expectations.
Sorry not saying like
But
too
even
much
still,
here.
we
It's just
go
a lot
on.
to take in.
I
Oh, here we go.
understand the feeling of slipping away in doubt. Wondering if some
Oh.
pony like you
What's up
can
with this
work
style?
it all out.
Huh.
When I
That's
was
kinda neat
a
looking.
filly, you know, I looked to the sky and still questioned why. Why did she choose me? What good could she see in this test? The future's a mess. And someday, I know I'll be alone, that's the way. Just how the story goes, but even so, I'll cherish the ones that I know. But someday I know we'll have to part ways, but just not today.
I don't know why, but that just... The way that was delivered just kind of made me smirk a bit.
Never gives, but it takes father said, you can think of the end with the moments instead. So one day I'll be older, the world in my shoulder.
That was different
but
looking.
now I want to laugh. You say that you're not strong enough, but really, who's ever strong enough? So I might be a joke, and you might regret what was spoke, and the world may take everything away, but just not today. Sometimes our hearts can turn into stone, but that doesn't mean you need to be alone. The words that you keep are valid, and I hear you.
Don't focus on the future too much and panic. Just focus on the present, on what you have.
I hear you.
You have someone here who's trying to do everything she can to help you.
Love you. Yes, someday, alone in the universe again. I don't know how or when, but this time we have. I will be glad to share. Yes, the world may take everything away, but just not today.
My question is, did somebody else hear them sing that and maybe learn something from that song? Twilight Cadence, maybe? Or is it just something that only those two got to hear?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess just those two.
It says the spell must be performed in the place where the
Oh, boy.
subjects are buried. But that's in Canterlot.
They're all buried
Twilight?
in Camelot.
Are you in here?
All of them?
I mean, yes, I'm here, Luna. What do you need?
I was wondering if you could help me research a way to reverse everything.
Oh.
It seems you know your library better than I do.
Sure I can. Although I don't think I've ever come across something like that.
I was afraid of that, but we have to try.
Yes,
I can't
yes,
even
you do.
consider the alternative.
I mean, sending her away?
It's almost ironic. I resented my sister for years on that moon for sending me there, abandoning me. And yet, I'm contemplating the very same thing. The universe is a cruel thing.
Is that irony?
I know it is.
Even so,
That might be considered irony.
this is the hand we were dealt with, and we must bear it.
I'm not sure.
So many are counting on us to fix this. So fix it we must.
How can you have so much hope?
Because she played Danganronpa.
Because that's all
She
I
learned
have
the
right
importance
now.
of having hope versus
That's
despair.
what I can hang on to. I have to do this. For her. I suppose, ever since we were fillies, we have been looking out for each other. We were all we had.
What do you mean?
Our parents. They passed away while we were still fillies.
Your parents? I don't think I've ever heard you speak of them before.
Certainly
Yes,
not the father. You've talked about the
Celestia
mother
doesn't
before,
like to
not the
speak of
father.
her. It brings back unwanted memories, I suppose.
Wait, you said your parents passed away? I thought alicorns couldn't die.
That is how our universe works, yes. We remain a constant watch on the land, protecting it for centuries. But our parents, they too experienced loss and heartbreak, watching the ones they love being pulled away from them. When Tia was born, I heard that our mother, She wept when she realized that she was an alicorn, doomed to relive the same fate as they had.
That's terrible. So, what did they do?
Everything became too much to bear, and they researched for a way to bring back their own families. And what they found was a spell.
Ugh.
Spell?
Is it the thing that Twilight's looking at?
Although many pleaded, they used the spell. They hear that it worked, and they were able to bring back the family that they had lost. But because of that, their days were numbered. And before they passed, they told Celestia and I that we had to watch Equestria in their place. And that's what we did. What we still try to do.
So they did it.
Before they passed, Mother wrote us a song to remember her by. A lullaby, if you will. It was like a promise to us.
So what happened to the ones that were brought back
You don't recall
to life?
the name of the spell, do you?
I believe it was some sort of resurrection spell. I haven't seen it for hundreds of years, though.
So, are you angry that your parents left you alone like that?
I feel as if Celestia might be. But I know deep down she loved them very much. But with me, understand, I've seen my own share of loss. And I know that this burden is great. But even so, we must carry it. I promised them I would. I'm going to start
such a weird topic.
Feel free to join me when you are ready.
Because on one hand,
Much to do.
yeah, the kids would suffer eventually because the ones they love would die, but they would always have their parents because both the child and the parents are both alicorns, so they wouldn't age to death, so they would always have at least someone around to help them and support them and love them. But apparently they felt the cons to it just was too much over the pros, so they
Looking at the
basically
craftsmanship
sacrificed
again?
themselves
Well, of
to
course.
try and
I could
bring
only
back
fall
others,
asleep.
so...
If I only had my chaotic magic, then I could change it into something more presentable.
It's a weird thing to think about.
Uh-huh, sure. Why don't you just tell me what's really on your mind?
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. How come every time I catch you staring at this chair, it looks like you are about to cry?
Because he misses Fluttershy!
Dust?
Alright, fine. If you really don't care, then I'll just tell Twilight to get rid of it. It does take up a ton of space.
Wait, don't! I mean, it just seems like a waste.
Why? Why do you care so much?
Well...
No, why do you care, Discord? Why do you care so much?
Because it's all I have left of her! It's all I have left of her.
Left of who? Discord, left of who? Say it. Say her name.
No.
Why? Why are you so afraid to talk about her? To say her name?
Because then it would be real. That she's really gone. No! I don't know who you're talking about. I don't. I can't. I don't.
Well, you just said the phrase that they're really gone.
I don't recall that much.
Man, there's a lot more songs in this than I remember.
That you say never took a passing glance. It's better that way. But if I were to think to link a visual with your words, I suppose she'd be kind. While in my mind, lunches spent, feelings meant, want me for me, chaos and all. No, wouldn't withdraw. But that's not the things I remember.
I have to assume that Galaxy wasn't so stupid to genuinely not know why Discord cared about that piece so much.
And this constant blame to
Like,
say her
maybe like she's actually trying to get him to admit it and see if maybe, I don't know, if that could still help him move on. And I don't know. I have a hard time believing that Galaxy's actually that dumb to not know who it was and why he cares about it so much. Not because of like, oh, the shit between Discord and Fluttershy, but just like, obviously she knows who it is, and that's why he was trying to get her to say it. But like, I don't know. I feel like pushing that on him and to explain why it needs to stay there. I don't know. It seemed kind of rude.
What's the point of even trying to make those amends when my only friend?
That's why I say this she was a little stupid. Not in the way of like lack of intelligence, but in just, I guess, more disrespectful than stupid, really.
Behind memories we shared are burned up like a flame while trying to just say her name. No. No.
Oh boy.
And now I'm here, just full of fear, not sure what I should do to make it up to you.
Well, why do you feel like you have to make it up to her?
I can't.
You knew your time was limited with her, but you still chose to be with her. I know you have to basically now suffer for basically the rest of your time, but it's why you chose to be with her despite knowing that. Was that you at the time believed that that however much time you had together with her would justify the amount of suffering that would come later, because you genuinely care for her that much. She brought you that much joy. She brought you that much love. So you truly believe that it would actually justify the lack of her ability to stay around forever.
What? What is that?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before.
What? What does it say?
Diary?
It's a journal.
Close
to
enough.
Me. Dear Discord, I know by the time you're reading this, I won't be around anymore. I'm not even sure if you ever will read this letter. I know you try to act like you don't care, but I can't help but notice the sadness in your eyes from time to time, knowing that our time together is slowly running out. I'm writing this letter to tell you that what's about to happen isn't your fault. It never was. I know I won't be able to keep that promise we made on that hill. But even though it was only for a short time, I'm glad to have met you. I hope it's the same for you. I hope you won't resent the world for this, and someday you find some pony else that brings back your smile. Now, I have a confession. When you weren't watching, I started to journal of our moments together, in hopes that you can always remember the memories and feelings of that day. Now, I give them to you.
Good job,
I hope you
Fluttershy.
find happiness, Discord. I'll wish for it. Your friend, Fluttershy.
She even included a little feather from her wing. Good job, Fluttershy.
I'm sorry, Fluttershy. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I forgot you.
I'm sure she knows you wouldn't ever do that.
Thank you, Galaxy. Truly. Thank you.
So what triggered the thing to open, though? Like...
Cadence?
I know it opened after all that was
It's good
done,
to see
but
you
I'm wondering what was like the direct trigger and how that was all set
Twilight.
up. That was
I do admit.
strange.
It's good to see you too.
I just wanted to say
Oh, she
I'm
probably took
sorry
the helmet off.
for not visiting for so long. I just couldn't after.
Forget it. It's in the past anyways. I can't say I blame you though. That place has become rather suffocating now.
Cadence, are you okay?
Are you okay?
No, neither of you are okay.
You don't have to say anything. If anyone understands, it's me. I'm sorry I couldn't visit either. It's just
I know. It's all right.
What am I even doing?
You lost a
I'm such a
husband, and
mess,
Twilight
and I hate
lost
it.
6 of her best friends, and I believe
He
Spike
would
is also...
probably know what to do.
Is Spike
right about
on in
now.
this too? I forget, is Spike around?
He'd probably pull us into one of his suffocating hugs and never let go.
I genuinely don't remember.
Right. He would probably be freaking out about now. I just wish I could be that strong.
That's gonna bother
But
me
you
now.
are.
I don't remember what happened with Spike.
You rule the Crystal Empire on your own. Train the guards, protect every pony.
But what did it cost? I'm no longer the pony I once was. I'm hardly
I'm gonna
even a
guess
mother.
Spike aged to death here too.
Don't try to deny it, because you know I'm right. It's just... she has his eyes. She always did, ever since she was a baby. I can't stand to look in those eyes and see the disappointment in there. Like I'm letting her down, letting him down.
You're right. It seems I do understand.
I wonder if it's better to let things be. As Earth ponies, we can live our lives and in time, finally see him again. Why must we work so hard for a universe that never gave anything back to us? Why must we be pushed back into a fate we never asked for, while every pony else can live in peace? Who decided that? Why can't we be happy also?
I don't know.
I said such terrible things to her. To Celestia during that night. I was so angry and upset, and it's my fault it's like this. I'm just poison to every pony around me.
Well, it's not just you though.
What
It
happened
was
to
a
Celestia
culmination of
wasn't
things
your
that's happened
fault,
for
Cadence. You have to
countless
know that.
years.
Do I? Do I really know that, Twilight? I was just finding people to blame because I never wanted to face the facts. I always knew that. Can I tell you something?
Of course.
Sometimes. I really wish Flurry would just leave.
No.
Leave the Crystal Empire in me. That way, she could finally be free.
Is that always how you felt, Mom?
Flurry,
I'm
That's
sorry.
That's the worst time to
I'm
show
sorry I was such a burden on you.
Aren't you gonna follow her?
What's the point? Things will always stay the same. It's better to leave it be.
That's a
Maybe
very
now my wish will
pacifist
come true.
response. You've given up so hard that, despite claiming that you wish things would change, you
longer
refuse
are
to
they
do any
going to
action
take?
yourself.
I swear, they don't have any aspect of time.
Now that wasn't very nice. You did invite us after all. Now,
What the?
there's the party.
I already told you 1,000,000 times. There is no party.
Aw, why not though? That's the first thing I would have done.
Ugh, and I'm annoyed with you already.
Well, look at you, all high and mighty, my queen.
You're right. Somebody's got a power complex.
No, shut up. I didn't invite you here so you can mock all the hard work I've done.
What? Following around a little princess for 30 years? Oh yeah, big accomplishment, Mariette.
I mean, you do
I
it.
do admit, things took a bit longer than expected, but the result is the same. Look, Equestria is mine to control.
You mean ours to control?
Right.
I think she meant what she
Now,
meant.
Let's get down to business.
Because I'm pretty sure she has the power right now and you don't.
I just want to get my hooves on a little piece of misery.
Y'all don't have
Come
a
on,
vessel.
Mariette, let me at him.
There will be time for that. But first, you are all nothing without physical bodies to corrupt.
See?
We need to fix that. You see all those creatures down there? They are the ones that mocked us, banished us. And now, we will use them to live the life we have always deserved. I've been carefully growing the misery and pain within the world for months. And now, you just need to supply the push. You think you can do that?
Of course. We aren't idiots. Plus, I'm pretty sure we can do it in less than 30 years.
Watch your tone. I am the ruler of this new world.
Jeez, that princess is making her ego go through the roof.
You do realize she
I
could
think I like
probably
that
exterminate you
maybe
right
new
now.
one after all.
What about the princess? We can't have her ruining our fun.
It's not a problem. Celestia has given me complete control. I have her locked up so tight in her own mind, there's no way she can escape.
And what about the other one?
I thought that's who they were talking about. I thought they were talking about Twilight.
Sparkle. If I remember correctly, she still has her alicorn powers.
She won't be a problem. I can practically feel her own misery from here. Pulling her down should be a piece of cake.
So let's go do it now, before she gets to you.
Easy, easy, Cosmar. See, you don't understand the importance of time. Yes, she is practically wasting herself away, but now is not the right moment. Don't worry. Princess Twilight will not be a problem.
So what is the
because
right
I
moment
can
for you
offer her
then?
something she wants most.
If you say so. So when can we pounce?
Oh, I have special hosts for you three. Let's leave the rest of Equestria to our little friends.
What? Oh, come on. I can't even get a taste.
Calm yourself, Pisidilia. Your hosts will be the...
I like how they're saying that, like, yeah, they're good all high and mighty, but they're sure as heck listening to her.
I do like the sound of that.
But before that, we need an army. Did you bring them?
Oh gosh, what's this army?
Of course we did. Come on out, boys.
Perfect.
What's the army?
We came into this land wanting more, an even score, avoid a war. But what could that do?
I can't imagine the army has to do with changelings or anything, 'cause that problem should have been long done with. So, what's this army?
But now it seems the tables turned, and it's time to learn.
Oh.
This is such a roundabout and complicated way, but you had to choose wrong, so I guess now you have to pay. We've got lots to do, the future coming soon, so I'll leave it to you. This misery I kept, it's time to take effect.
Interesting.
Flashback to the day they turned away. We were welcome to stay. Looks like we just had to find a way. Let's let the world decay.
been a while since we obviously saw like the first episode or whatever, first or second episode. So I actually forgot that there was more than one of these things like running around. Like, I had genuinely forgotten about like those other three even being a thing. Now, let me think. There's 3 of them, and there's 3 other Alicorns who are not, or 3 other former Alicorns. There's Flurryheart, there's Cadence, and then there's Luna. Those 3 might be potential targets. So then when Twilight eventually comes and has to deal with this problem, she'll have to deal with 4 princesses. It's possible that they're going to go down this route. And it would cause a lot of despair in Twilight, so I feel like that would be the practical move for them to do, especially because of how Flurryheart is feeling right now after hearing what her mother just said, and how her mother probably feels about her getting caught with that. They're prime suspects to be taking over right now. The question is, would this leader here give the possessed ponies the wings and hornbacks so that way they can fight too? Or is she afraid that they would try to challenge her leadership?
With no voice and no heart. Watch as I take everything you have.
Oh, there's that glass breaking effect. I remember that from the last episode.
Focus on us. There's no need to discuss. Yes, we have won. Now your time is done. Just praise the sun. Focus and
I'm still not sure about this army that they apparently have, though.
Your world is ours, so open those stars. Now we are the yes, I am the queen.
Alright.
It's your move, Twilight Sparkle.
Oof.
I can't wait to see it.
Hearts have begun to mend as we reach the final end. One more battle, one more fight to save the falling Twilight. Does this mean there's only one episode left? Or is it just saying like, hey, yeah, there will be one actual fight before this all ends? If there's only one episode left, I mean, with the next one being episode 10, I guess that would make sense. I'm pretty sure there was a time in the past when they actually announced how many episodes this series was going to be. And maybe it was 10, but I don't remember. I feel like that was something that was talked about, though, at one point. But I'm going off of such long, old memories at this point. I don't remember. But this is what I'm thinking. I'm really thinking that because there's 3 of these other things left, and there's currently 3 ponies that used to be Alicorns that no longer have their own wings, that they would be prime suspects for them to take their body, have their bodies taken. Luna, Cadence, and Flurryheart. All 3 of them, I feel, are going to be in huge danger of being possessed by those other 3 spirits things. Huh. It's still crazy to know that the one pony who actually, or the one time that the resurrection spell worked, was from Celestia and Luna's parents. But did they mention what happened to whoever it was that they resurrected? Because were the ones that they resurrected also? No, they couldn't have been also Alicorns, because then they wouldn't have died. So they eventually died too, I imagine, but... They resurrected them, and then they stuck around for a while and then died again, I guess, but... Stay tuned for the 2-part series finale. Oh! So it's gonna be 10 and 11, I guess, or 10A and 10B. Huh. Okay. Well... This is just like... I mentioned this a couple times already in this, and it's probably because I've been watching an LP of people playing this game, because I've already played the games already, so I don't need to play it myself, but I like watching my reactions. I like watching other people's reactions to this particular game. But this is a lot like how the Danganronpa game is, in the way of the primary objective here is to cause so much despair to everyone there, and basically kill any chances of having any hope in their life. Like, they're literally enjoying the despair that they cause so much. And the hope that Twilight, Cadence, and them all have, it's much like that glass breaking effect in there. It really is. It's just, it's so shattered into so many tiny pieces, and it's gotten to the point where, in order to start actually, you know, moving on and being able to fix this problem, they have like a big puzzle piece here that they need to fix. They need to get everything, all their broken hearts and everything, they need to get that stuff reassembled and focus on what's going on. But the problem now is I'm pretty sure Flurry Heart is going to be running away. And probably checking out, I believe it was the Crystal Empire she was talking about. She's probably going to be going there and is probably going to get caught, either as a hostage or possessed by one of those other three spirit things. And that, if that happens, that is going to cause Cadence to go beyond the breaking point, and that would probably get her caught. Luna would probably get into the breaking point when she tries to challenge her sister, and it's probably something that the possessed version of her sister says is going to break her, and that would get her possessed as well. And that would just leave Twilight by herself, with probably having Galaxy there to help too. And then whatever plan that they come up with, but oh my gosh, it's just every episode it seems that there's a new way for their situation to get worse. It's actually kind of depressing when you really stop and think about it, but like, hey, because they don't have Discord's magic, because that got taken away. But he might be motivated to try and help somehow, because he got that journal from Fluttershy, but without the magic and everything like that, it's another body, yeah, but I don't know what they can really do. I'm not sure what their plan is here. I mean, the only real option that I can see, and it's gonna be kind of like, oh, especially because I don't know how they're going to handle the visual effects of this, but if Twilight cast that resurrection spell again and gave up her immortality to bring back her friends, and they would help solve the problem. Yeah, she gets to see them again, but we don't know what their condition is when they get brought back. Are they going to be resurrected in the prime of their youth? Are they going to be resurrected when they're near the old age of which they died at? I don't think they discussed that in this. So, there's like, yeah, this could be a potential problem solver for the current, situation. But there's so many cons to this, because, one, Twilight, if she does it, is going to lose her immortality, which at this point she probably wants, which is scary. But her friends are going to be coming back to life, possibly not in the prime of their youth, so they're not going to have a lot of time left, and they're going to be in a pretty weakened state. They're going to be confused, probably morally damaged, and they're going to have to go through the pain and or suffering of dying a second time. That's something that I don't think Twilight has yet to consider when contemplating the idea of bringing her dead friends back to life. Twilight's went back into the past. She's had to go through losing them twice. But the thing is that they themselves haven't felt the pain of being killed or dying twice. They've lived their lives in both those circumstances comfortably until their time expired. Like, this is kind of like a silly comparison, I suppose, but, and kind of nerdy, I guess, but if anybody's ever watched Naruto, and I'm already hearing some people going like, really, you're bringing this up? But in Naruto, there is a jutsu that is called reanimation jutsu. And it straight up takes a dead body and using a seal, it reanimates the body and it becomes like how the ninja was when they were alive, and surprisingly enough, in most cases, in their prime. This is kind of like that, because in Naruto, it was forced. The people who were being resurrected, except for like a couple rare cases, didn't want that happening. And it becomes a question of morals. Like, is this morally worthwhile to do in Twilight's case? There's so many bad things that comes from doing this. It's such a weird topic, and there's no clear-cut yes or no answer here. There's a whole lot of gray in that answer. And it's no wonder that Twilight's still contemplating on it, because I think she's starting to piece together that there's going to be problems with it. But I don't think she's pieced together the fact that her friends would have to die a second time. I think she's more worried about it because she is either afraid that the spell won't work, or she's afraid of losing them again. But if that's the case, then she's viewing it as the point of, I'm afraid of seeing them die again. But she's not necessarily worrying, it doesn't seem like she's worrying about the pain that they will have to feel of having to die again. Because when they die, they smile because they want to try and help their friends feel less bad about their passing and try and help them, give them some closure and motivation to move on without being held back by emotion and everything and regret. But if they get brought back to life, then what they did before seems to lose meaning, and then they have to try and work up the strength to do it again within their potentially very short second life. I don't know. Unless they pull some really new information out of this that I haven't discussed out of there, there's not going to be a very clear happy ending in this. There is definitely going to be some type of sad-ish ending to this. That there may be some positivity in there, like, yes, the main problem here has been defeated or whatever, but it's not going to be everybody is happy kind of thing. There is going to be some downsides here. unless they pull some new plot thing out of their rear for this, I can't see that happening. That's just how I'm viewing this right now. And again, I'm just going off of what I remember and what we saw in this episode here. There may have been things discussed in the past that I don't remember. That's potentially true. But I don't know. It's just... it's a lot. It's a lot going on here, but I think I'm going to go ahead, though, and call it a wrap here because I don't want to continue ranting too much here, and honestly, I kind of actually need to get back to work on my actual job, so I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, at least how much as I did, then leave a like down below, but most importantly, click the link in the description down below and go take a look at Ashley H's channel, because if you haven't already looked at these previous episodes, why are you here? But not only that, there's plenty of other videos on their channel that I assure you may want to take a look at. And also, be aware, when you go and take a look at Ashley H's channel, pay attention to the description of the original video that we just reacted to here, and try to pay attention to the credits that we just viewed from this episode, because we really should be showing our support for the people who were a part of this project and not just Ashley H. Again, it is a group project. It's more than just her in this. So if there's a particular art style that you really enjoyed, find that person, let them know that you really enjoyed them. If you have any feedback for them, maybe some suggestions on how things can be done, feel free to let them know. But don't make it like you have to do it like this kind of thing. Make sure that if you have criticism, it is constructive. If you have any ideas, offer it, don't demand it. And don't try to rush them on the next episode. Yes, this one took a long time, but be aware that this was still about 50 minutes. This stuff takes a long time to make. So please have some patience with them, okay? Alright, so that's going to be it, everybody. So I thank y'all for watching, and until the next reaction, whenever that's going to be, this is Remembrance 44 saying, see you guys later.